What's going on, guys? Welcome to the 11th. See what I did there? I did 10, and then I did 1. Welcome to the 11th episode of BoxInOne. We almost got all 5 today. We might have Samaji Henry joining us later, but I'm with Daniel Robles. Marcus Aguilar finally back on the pod. We got to clap that up, guys. It's hard to find Marcus. This is
been out for a long time.
He been gone for a minute. And I'm with Royce Chandler, as always, our voice from the 6. A lot of basketball to cover today. Let's just get straight into it. It's almost April. It's almost playoffs, but more importantly, well, not more importantly, I should say, but also equally as important, it's NBA award season. We just go and dive right into it. The MVP race. You got Nikola Jokic having video game numbers. He giving you 26, 12, and 10. You got SGA giving you video game numbers. He giving you 33, 7, and 5. Who the MVP? I'm going to start with you, Daniel.
I think for me, it's Shai. I want Jokic to win. That's personally my pick. I want Jokic to win the MVP. But I do think the NBA media is going to pick Shai because of, what's the word for it? For media exhaustion. Just having Jokic winning a possibility of back-to-back and having his third, I don't think they're going to like the idea of that, which is kind of ridiculous, but I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. But my pick is Jokic, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go with SGA, because SGA right now, the reason why is because he was an upcoming star, and now he's in full video game mode, like you said, Joaquin, earlier with Nikola Jokic. I think it's the same thing with with SGA, because I just think he's an all around better player. He's a number 1 seed. He's very valuable to his team. So I think if that might be the argument the NBA has with it. But I just think statistically, historically, Jokic should be the MVP. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if there's media involved with that, because media is always going to vote about it, and I think they're going to go with SGA. But that's just a tough reality.
Marcus, you want to go?
Oh yeah. I don't like to say it because I'm not a huge fan of Shai, but I feel like it is gonna be SGA, which that's gonna be my pick. His team is a number one seed overall in the whole league. You know, putting up the most points, putting up video game numbers, like Daniel said. His free throw attempts are crazy. I'm not a fan of that, but the fact that he's carrying a whole team of with Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, I feel like he is the MVP over there.
I think we could also add that he was also half of that team was injured too.
Yeah.
At one point, and he was still kind of carrying him to the best overall standings in the league.
Yeah, I think Jokic deserves it. But yeah, like Daniel said, because of voter fatigue, I think it's going to go to Shai. Like I said, I'm Canadian. I think it's going to be great for the country. It'll be great for the sport. But what Jokic is doing is unheard of. No one's ever going to do this ever again. This dude's a center, top 10 in rebounds, points, assists, steals, 3-point percentage, field goal percentage. But Marcus was saying, Shai is carrying a team to one of the best records ever. Not even just in recent years. They're 62-12 right now. He's averaging 33. He has the most 30-point, 40-point, 50-point games. But yeah, I think every time I look at the MVP ladder, whatever Jokic does, it's always Shai at the top. So I think it's going to go to Shai strictly just because of people don't want to see Jokic win a third straight one. Yeah, third straight one. And then also, they're barely the 3rd seed, so I think that's going to hurt his case a lot.
Yeah,
this is the best record overall, right? My bad.
Yeah, Thunder out the bed. No, you're good. Yeah, the Thunder have. Yeah. I kind of got a few stats.
As their whole and their whole team, it's the best record as they have.
Yeah, the Thunder. Yeah.
The best record ever as well, because first time they ever got 60 wins in their franchise.
Really?
Yeah,
which is kind of surprising. I thought.
They haven't reached beyond 60, but they've reached 60 wins.
Oh, okay,
but I feel like because of that, I feel like Shai should also be MVP. He is carrying the franchise even more.
Yeah, because he's doing stuff Katie and Russ couldn't even do.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a really interesting case on both ends when I look at, to go back to Marcus's point, yes, SGA does have 637 free throw attempts on the season, which does obviously inflate his scoring a little bit. It's kind of this thing about 2017-18 Harden. where a lot of people were complaining that his bag wasn't ethical. I will say I think Harden was not a much more, but a more diverse perimeter scorer in terms of getting to his spots. I think SGA in general is one of the smoothest players I've ever seen. There's no wasted motion. But if I just needed a pure scorer between SGA and Harden to get me a bucket, I think Harden's a little more athletic. I think he's a little more explosive. I don't know if anyone here would disagree. I'm just talking about prime for prime. But I think Harden is a little more explosive than SGA, and he can get to the cup a little easier. So that's just a sidebar, but I would pick Harden. But this is definitely one of those
Better
seasons. Yeah, one of these seasons scoring-wise with SGA where it is like, wow, we haven't seen this since 2016 Steph, 2017 Harden. And it's a few statistics with SGA. Like when I look at teams above 500 and the records where they have it, these are the top 10 teams in the West. The Rockets are 19-15 versus teams above 500. Lakers are 16-15. The Nuggets are 13-18. Mind you, the Nuggets have played multiple above 500 teams with no Jokic, no Murray, so that is something to consider. Then the Thunder are 25-8 when it comes to teams above 500, and this is also a Thunder team who didn't have Chet, who didn't have Caruso, who didn't have Hardenstein. They beat the Celtics without Caruso and Chet. Obviously, that's because Derek White terrorism ball. He decided to go for 13 three-point attempts on the game and 5 turnovers. Beat Boston again at home a few weeks back. Beat the Cavs as well. They've split that season series. SGA and the Thunder, but mostly SGA's Thunder, they've beaten every best team in the NBA, and he's been the best player on the floor when that has happened. The thing is, if we just look at individual performance, I don't think he's doing things more impressive than Nikola Jokic. Because when I look at the Thunder, even though we haven't seen them without SGA, it's still a talented team if you take SGA out of that system. The system works beautifully around SGA. He's the main focal point. He has the gravity, and then you can pass to Lou Dort, Cason Wallace, J-Dub, Hardenstein, Caruso, Chet. These are all guys who can shoot. Not Hardenstein, but outside of those are all guys who can, score on the perimeter, score on the three-point range. When I look at the Denver Nuggets without Nikola Jokic, it's like, what are we looking at? A play-in team? Somehow they beat the Warriors without Murray and Jokic. Aaron Gordon, 40 bomb. What are we doing? But outside of that, when you take Jokic away from the Nuggets, what are we looking at? We're looking at a lottery team. We're looking at a team that's in Phoenix Suns and Sacramento Kings conversations. We're looking at a team. Murray is great, but he's great as he can be with Jokic. MPJ great, but he's a lot better with Jokic or when he's playing the Lakers. Gordon has the bag and the ability to get his own buckets, but that's not his role on a team. You got a team where Christian Braun, probably your third or fourth option in the playoffs. No KCP, no Bruce Brown, no Jeff Green. They don't have these pieces anymore. They're still a top 3 team in the West. Most guys, when your pieces that got you to the championship leave as a contender, they're going to have a huge drop-off. Wasn't for that 20-point blown lead, probably would have been back in the finals against Boston last year. Obviously, credit to the Minnesota Timberwolves for the game plan against Jokic, but this is a team that has lost numerous pieces because they haven't lost Jokic. They still continue to be in winning position. They barely in the 3rd seed right now. They can still, let me check real quick before I say this. I believe they can still make a push for 2nd.
Yeah, they're like a game and a half behind it.
They can still make a push for 2nd. We're going to talk about the Rockets a bit later if we have the time, but they can still make a push for 2nd. SGA takes the Thunder to the next level, but Jokic makes the Nuggets even halfway a contender, despite them being one of the shallower teams in this contendership piece. So it really just depends what you value more. I don't think voter fatigue matters with Jokic when you're seeing a center do things better than Wilt. I don't think it matters. And even if he doesn't get this 4th MVP, I'm going to say a take right now. He probably, if he continues this pace as a 30-year-old, he's going to retire with 6 league MVPs.
30?
I fully believe within the next stretch of 5 years, he can retire with 6 or 7 MVPs. Fully believe that.
Isn't that most MVPs?
Kareem.
How many
Kareem
years
got
ago?
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Jokic,
Yeah, because I think if Jokic doesn't get this one, he's for sure going to get next year.
Yeah.
And I like you said, like I think it has a lot to do with voter fatigue. That's what I was gonna say. I called it something else, but
Because the same thing happened
so
with Embiid. But one thing I do want to say about MVP, the criteria changes all the time. Like if it's either okay, the best player on the best team, or someone who's doing something historic. Like you go back to 2014 KD, he wasn't the best player in the league. You probably say LeBron was the best player in the league, but he was one of the first players to average 30 again. Then you go 2016, Steph broke the 3-point record. Then you go 2017, Russ averages a triple-double. Then it goes back to the best player on the best team with Harden. Then it goes to Giannis, the best player on the best team. Then Jokic comes. The 2 years that he won MVP, he wasn't even the first seed. So I think it depends like what you value.
It's kind of also like 2021 where Steph was the best player in the league, but they gave it to Jokic because of the seeding. When Steph, I think that year averaged like 32, 6 and 6 or 36 and 6, and then in April averaged 41. So it's just you're seeing things, and they would have made the playoffs if it weren't for the play-in tournament. The play-in tournament's great, but I'm a biased Warriors fan. I do think 2021 Steph in a playoff environment, even if we get bounced by the Jazz, that would have been amazing to see because he was not missing at all. Draymond Green floater for the game. Can't forgive you for that one, buddy. But yeah, it's interesting. MVP is always a moving criteria when it comes to what people value the most. But I think honestly, it really just depends on the landscape of the league every year. I don't think you can pin one thing down, and we're going to talk about defensive player of the year later as well because of that, but I don't really think you can pin one thing down. But before we move on to the next segment, all of us are rocking. I didn't even say, man, I think Shai's going to win. That's the right pronunciation, right? I'm just making sure. I've mispronounced names before. It's Shai, right?
I thought it was Shea.
yeah, Shai.
I thought it was Shai too. I think
SGA.
SGA. Yeah, I just get it confused in my head. We should know this. We apologize. Let's just SGA. I think it's Shea because SGA instead of SGI.
It is Shai. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That's what I thought. Okay, yes. So we all are picking Shea for MVP. It's
but
not
we
like
want Jokic to win. We think Jokic should win it, but we said that Shea is gonna probably get it.
Yeah, it's just Jokic is doing things where it's like, come on, bro, this is not fair. This not fair. I wish we would have this next conversation with Samaje here. I think he's asleep right now, but he had a very busy work shift. Because we're talking about the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons went from lottery team last year to the 5th seed in the Eastern Conference. Last week, they beat the Cleveland Cavaliers by 20 without Cade Cunningham, a fully healthy Cleveland Cavaliers.
By 11. It was only 11.
They was up 20 at one point. Y'all closed the lead.
Yeah, then we
in
cut it to
garbage
2.
time.
We cut it to 2.
And then what happened? I do want to say though, this is the Cleveland Cavaliers who in 34 days played 18 games and they didn't have a back-to-back in the same city. Also a Cavs team who didn't even have a real practice since March 13th. So this was not a 100% well-rested Cavaliers team. It's okay to have a slump when you're getting pimped out by the league. But with that being said, tripled their win total from last year. JB Bickerstaff, coach of the year easily in my opinion. Pistons got a young core. They got Holland. They got Duran. They got Thompson. They got Cade. Obviously, they got Jaden Ivey, who's not even playing right now because he's out for the season. Can the Detroit Pistons shake up the playoffs as a 5th seed? How do y'all see this playing out?
No. Hold up. I want to look at the playoff pitch before I say anything.
Well, they're pushing for 4th, so if they can get home court, that Detroit city has been waiting for playoff basketball for a minute. That run is going to be crazy in game 1 if they do get home court, and they're probably going to have to go against the Pacers. Like most people would say, the Pistons they're not the championship contenders, but if they have to go against the Pacers, they could definitely beat them.
Yeah. They'll make a Cavs run like how they did last year.
Yeah, and get killed in the second round.
Well, y'all had nobody though, so I didn't even feel good about that one. To be honest with you,
Not that we didn't have nobody. It's just the fact that we played against better teams.
I think
Well,
also
Nah,
just
but
the
even
Pistons
healthy, I
have
think we
come.
lose that series because Darius
Well, it
Garland
was
was
one.
terrible.
Lost regardless.
It was 1-1 though. Like healthy, y'all beat it. Y'all
It's the
saw.
No, but
Celtics.
we
Though, if we're gonna
still
be
neither
honest.
team was healthy though because Porzingis and Allen ain't played.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't got
but
confidence. Y'all ain't got confidence
regardless,
against
we
Boston.
lose. But I think with
Not
after
last
this
year.
season,
Not
we
last
definitely
year.
improved this season. So we'll definitely be
This year's a
something
different
do
story
something
though,
this
yeah, for
year.
sure.
But yeah, I
I'm
feel like with the
noticing
Pistons,
something.
how they've been performing this year, they'll make a run for sure. That was to at least the second round, and that's it.
But I
Because
mean,
they meet
that's what
the
you want from this team though. They're not expected to do anything. It's like even making the
Yeah, I
playoffs
agree.
was
Yeah.
like a crazy thing because I had them in the play-in. I didn't think they would be a playoff team.
Yeah, I don't
and
think
nobody
either
saw
of
this
us had him
coming,
in
if
the
we're being
play-in.
honest. But the coach, JB Bickerstaff, is a great coach.
Yeah.
I feel like he definitely is this
Definitely.
played
Yeah.
some part in this.
I think
Yeah.
100% coach of the
I
year.
think just the culture now too is a lot more positive. I mean, for
Yeah.
years they're known as a losing team. I mean, even you could look at last year. They had the largest losing streak in NBA history.
At this point, you don't want to be that team.
It's
Yeah.
like don't be that team.
And the Wizards are like bottom in the East now. But he's
Hey,
not. He's
chill
not
on,
even on,
chill on the
he's not
Wizards
even on the
though.
team anymore.
Chill
He's
on
on
the
the Bucks.
Wizards. They got somebody. Chill on
Yeah.
the teams to watch out for: Raptors, Wizards, and Bulls. Trust my vision. Chill
Steady
on the
here
Wizards.
first. But
Chill
yeah,
on the
Wizards.
Wizards.
going back to
It's
JB
gonna take a while
Bickerstaff,
for them, if we're being honest.
this
What
is
was that?
exactly
It's gonna
exactly
take a
what.
while for them, if we're being honest.
The Wizards? No, it's
Yeah,
not.
for both Wizards or Raptors, like
No, it's
those other
not.
teams are gonna take.
Raptors
Yes,
getting Cooper Flag and they go into
Yeah,
the
Raptors
finals.
getting Cooper Flag, point
Okay,
Cooper
buddy.
Flag.
He's not gonna help them do anything though. Maybe at least an 8th seed.
No,
No, not
they
this year. I'm talking about like 5 years from now when they go back to back.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about too. Like
RJ Barrett
it's not
Finals
gonna be right
MVP.
now. It's gonna take a while for sure.
RJ Barrett Finals MVP.
Let me push my Canadian agenda.
What's he
bro.
talking about?
Let me push
You
my
know that's
Canadian
Scotty's.
agendas.
You know
I
that's
I do believe
Scotty's.
it, but that's not happening.
Now Scotty
You know that's
Scotty.
Scotty.
We know this.
Hey, he got the biggest contract?
Probably Ingram now, right?
Nah, Ingram only got 3 years, one. Bro, no, quickly, because quickly got 5 years, 185.
Damn, they're giving him
He did.
supermax money.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
gave
he
Quickly
can't be a
super.
6 man making that much.
Hey, all I'm saying, Grady Dick jump too. Cooper Flag, go to the Raptors. That's a championship team in 3 years. Even if I'm not super high on Cooper Flag, I can understand.
Nah, I'm after
What
March
the
Madness.
Raptors
I'm
got,
high
bro.
on Cooper Flag now.
I think the Pistons. I feel like they can kind of make like a big run, but like
They
like
stop
I
in the
said,
second round.
Wait, but
Yeah,
if
it's
they
not
if
gonna
they
be
make the second round, they have to play the Cavs, right?
they're so
Yeah.
underrated now
I
that I
believe
wouldn't be
so.
surprised if they can get an upset over a team. Because I mean, if they do are the 4th or 5th seed, they would have to face the Cavs, and I think they do lose to the Cavs. But I feel like they can easily take them to like 6 or 7. I know that's like
7.
6. I think 6.
Yeah, because we beat them 3-1 in the season series still. So
I don't
I know,
know about
but
that.
I think
This
it's
is
going to
playoffs.
5,
I'm just saying, like-
maybe
like-
6 if like Mitchell's has like a terrible game. But
People are underestimating. Like Kate Cunningham's already playing amazing basketball, as well as other players like on that squad. Like you can't tell me that they're not gonna at least like try. Like I mean, the
They're
Cavs
gonna
are.
well, yeah, they're gonna
try.
try. You can
Right.
try. We've
Yeah,
seen
but,
a
like,
lot of
they're-
teams try.
like, what
Like
I'm
how the
saying
Cavs
is they're-
try in 2017 18 finals. We see teams try.
No,
I'm just thinking about it. From
I think
the
I think they can take them to at least 6. It may be
no.
7.
Because I
You
think
gonna have
I
to
think
have.
so. I think 6.
You go,
Yeah.
Royce. You go.
I was saying like also the Cavs know that this is kind of like a finals or bust type of season. So the first, second round, they're gonna have like a different energy coming into these teams. Like the Pistons are gonna have like this confidence that we beat them once in the regular season, we can burst them in the playoffs. But Cavs are gonna come out like trying to stomp
Yeah,
on
okay.
everyone's neck.
Well, like I said, I think we're gonna see, but like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they give them like 6.
Yeah,
Big
I
thing
think
is-
Pistons are bringing in that bad boy energy.
I'm
Used
thinking
to,
too,
like,
bro. We
beating
saw
up
the
every
fight
team.
last
it's
night,
just one
right?
player.
No, like either then, it takes one player to change
Yeah,
the whole
that's
Change the
entire
whole
team.
culture.
If we're being
Yeah.
honest,
I think the part we're leaving out
Look-
though
look
is
at
that
Ant last year. Look at Ant last year.
exactly.
Look at Ant last year.
It doesn't even have to be the star player. It just has to be like one person to step up. It needs to be like a bruiser that has to be like, oh yeah, let's have the energy. I feel like
Well,
that's what
even-
we're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do in the
Even
playoffs.
JB
I'm not-
Bickerstaff's like that though. So
Like they're gonna see
like, change
Isaiah
the
Stewart
culture.
like, oh shit, this guy's for sure gonna do some shit, right?
Bro, Isaiah
Because
Stewart
that's
ain't
gonna
good
like
shit. No, he's not.
affect the team.
two things. Oh, I don't mean to cut you off, Dan. Just two things real quick. I feel like we're underestimating the importance of Evan Mobley in this playoff run because if Evan Mobley wets the bed, the Cavs gonna be vulnerable because then it's really just gonna be Mitchell and Allen ball with Garland assists. The two guys, the Cavs that I think are on like yo chain might be fake watch. I don't know if y'all seen the Bronny clip where he was talking to the hater. He said yo chain fake. I'm looking at Max Strus and I'm looking at Evan Mobley. If Max Strus don't at least give you like 10 to 15 a night on like 3 at 8 or 4 at 8 from 3,
Terrorist.
yo chain fake. If Evan Mobley not giving you like 20 and 10 with 2 blocks and a steal a night, at least with his build and his ability to push he's a 3 shooter now. He got a transition handle bag. He's a 3. He's one season away with one off season away with Mitchell Robinson and Durant from being a crazy 3-level scorer. You don't give me 20-10 too? Yo, chain fake. Garland
It's obvious that Evan Mobley is our X factor, bro. He's our best defensive player, and along with that, he has an offensive back as well.
Yeah, because if he
hold this offseason, so it's obvious that he's our X factor.
Yeah, with Evan Mobley though, I think his impact is always there. It's just whether is it going to be on both ends or just one. Because the game against the Blazers and then the Pistons. Well, forget about the Pistons game. I don't want to talk about that. But like the games before, if he had like 25 points, it's like you can't really expect him to be elite on the defensive end too. But then it's like, okay, he has like 2 points or whatever, but he's still going to come with the defense. So it's like, it's kind of unfair to, for him to be elite on both ends because it's tiring. It's not easy.
Yeah, but that's why you got Hunter and Allen. I'd rather have Mobley be able to stretch out the floor with his scoring than rely on DeAndre. And it's not a diss to DeAndre Hunter, but if you need somebody to give me 20, 10, and 2, I'm going to pick Evan Mobley over DeAndre Hunter just because of his availability and usage in the Cavs offensive scheme. But I do think Daniel was saying the Pistons can take it to 6. Brother, Jalen Duren have to go and become Shaq.
He will against Jared Allen. He saw what he did on Friday. Jared Allen played 4 minutes in the second half. For why?
I'm just saying.
He was just tired, bro. Chill. He was just tired.
He was getting bitched by Jalen Duren.
I'm not even doubting the Cavs. I'm just saying that they're gonna win 2 games.
Like, who can guard Cade though?
That doesn't matter. No one.
No.
I got Hunter.
It's like we were saying last time. It's like the star's gonna get their own. Doesn't really matter.
Hey, if the Cavs do get upset by the Pistons,
I'm with you there, bro. You'll never see us on this pod again.
Hey, nah, it's all good because my next point was gonna be as a Warriors fan. I just realized if we hold the 6th seed, we gotta play the Rockets, the Nuggets first round.
I want to see that.
I want to see that too. That's gonna be a good series.
It's not even gonna be a good series. It's gonna be about.
Daniel, how do I tell you?
That's why I want to see.
Daniel, how do I tell you? What do you mean good series?
I think it's gonna be solid.
How do I?
6 as well. Dude, I'm telling you, bro. I think like y'all can call me crazy, bro, but I think like this playoff series, all of them are gonna be close.
At least Daniel.
No, it's definitely it's gonna be an elite. Was that a shot?
No, I'm just saying like at least you don't switch up. No, I admire it.
What do you mean?
No, I said at least you stand on your takes.
Yeah, dude. I'm serious.
Daniel always stands on his takes. We can't blame on that. He always stands on them.
Yeah, he does. I mean, we all do, right?
He has some bad takes at sometimes, but he still stands on them.
I have bad takes, but I stand on them sometimes.
Mine get deleted off the internet. I'm gonna leave it at that.
What? Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
But no, like I just think like
there are going to be some
the reason why I think the Nuggets and Warriors series is going to be good is because you're going to have a healthy Jokic back. You're going to have a healthy Jamal Murray. Yeah, Jamal Murray's not playing the Lakers in the first round, but I sure he can probably average like 20. He definitely average 20, bro. And it might sound like I'm, bro, but like I think like they're all going to play well. Christian Brown is going to pop off. And then I think Curry's going to just go on full on takeover mode and just be like, this, taking over. I'm going to win at 6. I think the series
Warriors in 6?
What?
Did you just say Warriors in 6?
Yes.
Welcome, Daniel. Welcome, brother.
Warriors in 6.
I knew it was always in you. Well, I knew it was always.
Dude, no, the Warriors are an overall better team, but I just think Jokic is gonna definitely win those 2 games, and maybe their role players are Christian Braun, maybe Jamal Murray as well. what's his name? Dude, he went to UCLA. Peyton Watson. I think Peyton
Yeah.
Watson. He's not gonna play. He's gonna average like maybe like 8 or 9.
Somebody was talking about a Julian Strother leap. Has that happened yet, guys? Don't think so.
Oh wait, Julian Stafford, what?
A leap, like he like somebody's like, don't be surprised he averaged 12 and 8 in the playoffs. I'm like, what? Not on this system.
Christian Brown.
Playoffs is like, I don't see it happening, but maybe later on he will become a role player like that.
I just realized though, if the Warriors actually do beat the Nuggets, we're going to the Western Conference Finals because our next matchup would be the Rockets, and we all know how Warriors and Rockets series go. Jalen Green, yo, chain fake. Hold on, y'all getting me excited for April. Let me relax a little bit. Warriors make it to the Western Conference Finals. I don't even care if we lose. I'm pushing crazy agendas.
Next topic.
That's probably going to be the last run like that, for being honest.
And that's completely fine.
Sure. That is probably a lot of fun.
That's completely fine. I'm okay with ending it. I'm okay with Curry going out in the Western Conference Finals.
You guys would either face the Thunder or the Lakers.
No, they'll face the Thunder for sure.
Lucky we can beat the Thunder. I'm not gonna lie. We already beat them twice this season.
I don't see the Lakers or Grizzlies beating the Thunder.
Stop.
No, we can beat the Lakers. I'm so serious. We can beat the Thunder. I'm so serious. I'm so serious,
You
bro.
You could, yeah.
Steph.
Maybe in just one game.
Dude,
No, we can beat the Thunder in 7. We can beat the Thunder in 7.
I don't even think we're gonna beat the Thunder, bro. Do you think the Warriors are gonna beat the Thunder? No.
I think the Thunder. I'm gonna say this right now before we move on to this March Madness topic. I'm gonna say this right now. The Thunder look amazing now. You know who else looked amazing this time last year? The Rockets. They like, the Rockets 12 and 1 in their last 13. What happened when it was time to make it to the play-in? Yo, chain fake.
Yeah, they
Thunder
weren't
was
the
the
1 seed though.
No, Thunder were the number 1 seed last year.
One seed, that's the whole entire time. The Thunder did.
Yeah, they're a young
Thunder
squad.
did it
bro.
for like 10
Thunder-
games.
now, bro.
Thunder held the 1 seed going into the playoffs the whole time. What happened? What happened to their role players? Yo, chain fake. I haven't seen the Thunder.
That was their first year like being a legit contender.
Yeah, like I noticed.
I've seen this with the Celtics. I've seen a young team that can get the 1 seed again and again and again, and it takes them a few years to put it together. The Thunder.
Same with Toronto. Same with Toronto too.
Yeah,
It's a recurring thing, bro. But
No, but that was like an
look,
anomaly.
we can say the same thing for the Cavaliers.
No, but like the Thunder have a way
Cavaliers
better
are the best team
roster than those other teams, though.
Yeah, but 2019 Boston, though. The roster's comparable. I'm talking about a young team with young talent that can get that 1-2 seed on lock, and then when it comes to the playoffs, you just don't have the experience. I think it really, if SGA can get his that's a great example. Even though that team was just Mitchell and Gobert, to be fair. If SGA can get his motor going, Thunder can win the championship. But if it's a game or two where they getting a little more physical, we also got to remember this was a point I was going to make. This is the last thing real quick. Remember what haunted James Harden in those playoffs was the fact that he did the foul baiting the whole season, and it was the flopping. And then the ref says, you know what? We not going to call this in the playoffs.
Because there's better refs in the playoffs.
We not going to call this. If this is really integral to SGA game, and it's moments where he not getting his motor going, what are them other guys going to do? It's a great young coach they got. SGA clearly their leader. Bro said, my life is consistent. You got Jalen Williams in the back. That's clearly their leader. That's the group leader of the Thunder. If you take out the leader, what the subject's going to do? That's all I'm saying.
I just feel like the Thunder have a way better roster than those other teams, though.
They do, but it's the same principle.
They have better role players now. I mean, you have Alex Caruso, who is a defensive monster in a way.
Lou Dort is a cornerback, bro. Do not say defensive monster. Lou Dort beat.
I didn't say Lou Dort. I said Alex Caruso.
My fault. I didn't hear you, bro. My fault. No, you good. My fault.
Like what I'm trying to say is that I think the Thunder are gonna make the NBA Finals. I don't think I don't think the Lakers are gonna beat them. I don't think the Warriors are gonna beat them.
Yeah, I predicted Thunder. Like I said, Thunder Memphis conference finals, but Memphis obviously not gonna get it because of seeding.
Watch the Lakers all you want. I'm admitting it myself. I don't think we'll get past the Thunder.
Y'all, I don't know. That's a lot closer. So. That's a lot closer than y'all think.
Dude, I think defensively, bro, we're just gonna collapse. By game
doesn't matter. Reeves, Luka, and Braun can all give you 30 a game against that team. Doesn't matter.
But are they gonna give you 30?
Yeah,
The past 30 games,
if they give you
If they give you 30, it's an if. It's always an if.
it's always an if with the Lakers, but they can. I'm not saying they're gonna win, but they definitely can. And you gotta
Look,
kind of.
if we beat the Thunder, we're gonna go to NBA Finals.
Steph got something to say, but no, I'm just
No, bro, no. Steph put up 40 like twice this season against LeBron, and he didn't win any of those games.
Because y'all have the better team. Well, yeah,
Exactly.
it's because y'all had AD too. Y'all ain't got a post presence no more. We gotta remember the Lakers low key. 80 was y'all one. I'm not saying Luka's not a great one. He a great replacement, but the only thing a team like the Grizzlies are going to harm y'all at is the post. Because Jaren Jackson Jr. gonna give you 30 and 50.
30-point game. Jackson Hayes 30-point game.
You hearing this, Royce?
Yeah,
You heard it. He said Jackson Hayes 30 point.
30-point game.
Yo,
Damn,
chain
okay.
fake. Yo,
30,
chain
30
fake.
points off what?
No, I'm
Lobs?
trolling, guys.
He
I'm
can
trolling,
throw
but-
15 lobs.
Dude,
Oh, stand on
dude.
it, Daniel. Stand on it.
Nah, 30
No,
point. Just
dude,
stand
no,
on
no,
it.
no,
Switch it
no,
up.
no.
You switch it
I-
up.
Hey, she
I
just
know
say
what I'm
Royce.
trolling and I know what I'm not. Dude, look, I think
You
Hayes
know.
is gonna have an amazing playoff performance. Look, y'all are underestimating Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes has
It's
been
Jackson
literally
Hayes.
like they keep, bro,
The key?
dude, and people doubted him from the start, dude. People
I
doubted
mean,
him
you
from
could
the
do
start.
it for
Yeah,
like
I
a quarter.
I literally
but
said
like a
Hayes
whole
was
series. Hell
Explaining
no.
him to like he's been proving people wrong for sure, but I don't see him like.
I'm
He's
not
not
trolling.
an X factor though.
But I definitely think he's gonna be solid in the playoffs, especially with Luka. And dude, he is. Y'all literally said it himself, bro. He's one of those players where he's just a pick and roll type player. He's literally the next Derek Lively, and look how Derek Lively played in the NBA playoffs.
Derek Lively way more athletic and has way more upside than Jackson.
No, but
Hayes.
guess what?
Let's
Guess
not
what?
do
Jackson
that.
Hayes
Guess what?
is
Derek
a little
Lively
bit-
had Luka,
They
and
are
we
the
have
same
Luka
level
too.
of athletic, but I feel like Jackson how is it? Derek Lively
Hey.
is better defensively.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
let's
better.
not
He's
do
better.
I agree
that.
with that.
Like that's
But
Let's
no,
not do that.
No, we're backtracking. We're saying it doesn't matter about defense anymore, right, guys?
I
Right,
didn't
Joaquin?
say. I never
Yes,
said.
you said it doesn't matter, bro.
I said in the
Austin Reeves
post,
is
y'all don't
have
LeBron
anything for
James put up 30 points.
Yeah,
No,
you
no,
literally just said defensively Lakers gonna get cooked. This is what you said.
I do agree, but I'm pointing a different narrative, a different opinion on that as well. Is that if the Lakers do, they're gonna make the NBA Finals
If they beat the Thunder,
if they beat the Thunder. But do I think they're gonna beat the Thunder? No.
I was just the wait. Why are you saying that about me? I was literally the one who said it's possible to do it, and you said no, we get cooked. And then you're like, oh, we're
No,
changing
we
the
do
narrative,
get
guys.
cooked, but-
You said defense doesn't
You're
matter.
talking about the Grizzlies. You think you think
Who's gonna stop Jaren Jackson Jr.? Who's gonna stop Jaren Jackson Jr.?
Dude, we just stopped him like the other fucking day.
Yeah.
We stopped him the other day.
Let's look at the box score. Drop my mic. My fault, y'all. I made that. I'm sure that made a noise. Okay, let's look. 134, 127. So Reeves had 31, Luka had 29, Brian had 25. Well, it seems like they all scoring close to 30 there. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 24 and 4 and 29. Jaren Jackson Jr., for whatever reason, is not being used as a rebound. Ja had 28, 22, 8, and 10.
He
You
can't.
also
though.
gotta
He's,
think-
he's been doing this since he got drafted. He can't rebound.
He can't rebound. See?
Yeah.
6
Hayes
for
can
10 by
rebound.
the
But
way.
I feel like the reason is to it's they do have Zach Edey, so they don't have to worry about it.
Also, too, you gotta
Yeah.
realize as well, like when Roy is fully healthy, he is a great defender. Look how he played against Jokic before.
For one game.
Yeah, but guess what? Yeah, because that's f***ing Darvin Ham's fault. No.
How they literally did it y'all beat the Nuggets last time because y'all rotated between what's his face? Not Vanderbilt, but Dorian
If we can do that with
Finney.
Jokic, we can do that with Jaren Jackson Jr. That guy's nothing compared to Jokic.
You just said he stopped him, but then I said he had 24.
And we won the game. We won
Y'all
the game,
not
right?
even being utilized right on the Grizzlies. My only point is you went
Just
from
wait for
we gonna get
Just wait
you
for
went from we doing nothing to the Thunder to
Yeah, but I'm
we
talking about
got
the
Jackson.
Grizzlies, though. I'm talking about the Grizzlies.
They got
I'm talking about
Nikola
the
Jokic. We got Jackson Hayes. What are we doing right now? My whole
And
point
guess
was
what? We beat him twice if you.
My point was the Lakers can keep
Jackson
up
Hayes,
offensively,
it's fine.
and you literally agree with me. And now you're
I
like,
agree
"Oh,
with
we're
you,
a
but what I'm
defensive
saying is-
team."
No,
No,
we're
you're-
not a defensive team.
You literally. Next topic. Next topic. I'm about to get pissed off. Next topic. Next topic.
Oh my god.
Okay. So March Madness. Mark, what did Future say? I I can't even remember
Dirty
the
and
March.
styrofoam.
No, the March Madness. Cop shoot, tragic. We the only ones this. Anyway.
Like I'm playing for the Mavericks.
Breaking news, guys. Kevin Durant is expected to miss at least 1 week with the left ankle sprain.
Yeah, Sun season is cooked.
I mean, Booker first option ball, we here.
Nah, we seen what happens with that. He dropped 40 and 10. They still lost to the Pistons.
Bradley Beal is the biggest criminal in NBA history because
he should be on the FBI's most wanted list.
How did you get a no trade clause for Bradley?
Because the Wizards are idiots. The Wizards are idiots.
No,
it's
I
not
think
about the Wizards.
I don't know. I think it's the Suns trading for him.
What?
Wait, then you said what?
The Wizards are.
Huh?
The Wizards are.
You mean the Suns?
Oh shit.
Well,
no,
but
both of them are stupid.
Yeah, they're bad at each other.
You traded for him. They're both idiots. They're both idiots.
You traded for a shooting guard where you have a superstar shooting guard already.
You traded.
You can't guard all three of us.
You traded
all teams are going to stop us.
For a shooting guard who isn't going to do shit at all.
They should have just kept Aiden and
I think
CP3. They should have just kept Aiden and CP3.
People are realizing that the Suns literally traded their whole future for an older Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I don't think the Kevin Durant trade was a problem because
like their best roster for
Look at now, bro. That trade aged like
Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton on this team would be perfect.
DeAndre Ayton, they're doing good.
The KD trade was they were 9-0 when they all played together, and then for whatever reason they just blew it up after one bad playoff run. Like, bro, the Nuggets went on to win the finals. It doesn't matter. But back to March Madness though. For the men, we got all 1 seeds. We got Auburn, Florida, Houston, and Duke. For the women, we got UCLA, South Carolina, UConn, and USC.
We all know who's winning for a woman.
I think UConn's winning that game, but I think
my queen
for my
is
men's,
win that.
I have Florida winning. They're just overall they're all around a better team, and they have what's his name? I literally just
Clayton Jr. Melton. Yeah.
And then they also
have the run stops with Auburn.
They have Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton. I mean, we're kind of obviously jumping ahead now, but I think he is the best player in the NCAA tournament right now. That man was a 4-star recruit in football at one point, and he was a 0-star recruit in basketball.
He for sure a bucket.
He's a bucket, and I think his draft stock shot up the roofs, and I think he's just a better player. He's going to take him to the national championship, whether that's Duke or whether that is Houston. They're going to beat him.
Duke is giving out hellacious belt. I'm gonna stop you right now.
They're not.
That pick and roll action they got. The fact that you got Knipple, you got Flag. I forget I should have the roster with me, but I see the numbers. Duke giving out hellacious belt. Houston is the only team with the bigs to really compete with them. Florida don't got a crazy interior presence like that.
I really feel like Florida's running gonna answer Auburn.
Yeah, Duke
Johnny's
giving out
really
belt.
gonna f him up. I'm sorry, Daniel.
Duke giving out belt. Florida been squeaking by some of these games. They squeak by some of these games.
No, I'm not.
It's that good feeling. I think
they're all number 1 seed, so it's not like any take is bad.
Yeah, but I really feel like Walton Clayton Jr. like that. I feel like he's not gonna do anything. He's been doing great. Don't get me wrong. Like the whole tournament, he's been doing great. But
hey, Maryland locked him up though.
He's really gonna f him up.
Maryland locked him up though.
Do you see how
we locked him? We locked him up.
Do you see how he moves?
Maryland locked him up. Chill. Maryland locked him up.
Is Maryland in the Final Four? I don't think so.
Maryland locked him up. Chill on Patrick Queen, best player in the draft right now. Chill on Patrick Queen. Shout out Baltimore.
Patrick Dairy Queen.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the Ravens player Patrick Queen. I know it's Dairy Queen, my fault. Retroactive interference, guys. That's a psychology term. It's like when old information block new information. Yeah,
Dairy Queen, top 3 player in the draft. I said it.
Dairy Queen going to the Spurs. We're gonna have a Wemby Queen. We're gonna call it the Queen's Unicorn. That's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call the front court. Queen's Unicorn.
I got Florida, Duke, and then Duke winning.
Dude, Walter Clayton is averaging 18 a game with 44% from the field.
Because, bro, Auburn...
Ain't it just Proctor averages? On Duke?
What are
And
you
it's
talking
just,
about?
and it's just Tyrese Proctor. Just hold on.
Wait, Daniel, you
Okay,
said you
well,
had Florida
we
winning
can't
the
be
whole thing?
comparing Proctor and Clayton Jr. though.
Yeah, we can't.
Why not?
Proctor not as much as crazy player like him. That's why. Don't get me wrong. Proctor's like he's a good shifty point guard, but I really feel like he's nothing like what Clayton Jr. has been doing.
I agree.
Put Proctor on the Florida team, nothing happening. He was barely doing.
He literally averaging 17, and that's literally Tyrese Proctor averages. What are Duke Belt?
No.
Duke Belt. I'm sorry, bro.
No, it's a gut feeling, bro.
The thing about this Duke team, I have never seen them fold under pressure. You had Caleb Love going ballistic. Duke hit every shot needed.
To be fair, Arizona's team hasn't doing it was just Caleb Love doing the entire work.
but the point is though,
Love and a bunch of garbage cans, bro.
No, but every time Arizona got close,
Hold up, don't
Duke
diss
hit a
Caleb
three.
Love like that though.
No,
He was going all out.
No, Casey was not.
just Arizona.
Casey was low-key hooping.
No,
he
he
was
was.
hooping. I'm gonna give him that.
Kazar
But
was
it was
hooping.
Caleb Love and a bunch of trash cans. That's
And
his roster.
Kazar, Caleb, Love, and Kazar, and then everybody else didn't show up. Kazar was putting in work though.
That center and Lewis. I got words for you.
Lewis was bad, but Kazar was hooping. But no, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, but then it's like 5v2.
Every time Arizona got close, Duke said, "Okay, anyways, pick your roll dunk and one. We gonna give it to Proctor. We gonna get." Knipple is such an underrated player, bro. Like
That's
he
the center, right?
No, he's their guard. He's 6'6". Knipple
Oh, never mind.
That's what I'm saying. Knipple be keeping these dudes locked in because every time they needed somebody to make a great pass, a great shot, a great play, they passing it and the play starts with Knipple. These guys just know how to work together as a well-oiled machine. They literally UConn in the women's side. No disrespect to South Carolina. Don Staley still doing amazing things. Page going for 75 over these next two games. Every time a team gets close, they keep their composure, and then they bust the lead wide open. It was like, oh, Arizona cut it to 5. Duke up by 13, and it was rinse and repeat. Every time a team gets close, Duke just puts that gas on more.
Florida did the same thing though too. Like obviously they never had they had large deficits at one, but they're down by 20 against Texas Tech, and they went on an 18-4 run the rest of the game.
Because coaches don't like timeouts. Joe Mazzulla was running the coaching staff.
Yeah, but they also have like less timeouts too, so you got to be like cautious when you use them.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm calling that timeout. As soon as it's 10-0, I'm calling that timeout. I know you just got to get your guys.
Yeah, but they're not doing that to Duke though. They go down 18 versus Duke. They're losing by 30.
Yeah, they're not doing that, and it's literally just because they stopped guarding Clayton. Like that step back three he made to get it 78-77. Tell me why he literally is able to walk all the way up to full court and then like take a step back three and nobody guarded him. Zone defense. Anyways, we gonna talk. We already talked about that. But yeah, I'm sorry. I mean, for women's, it's really not much to say. I wish Juju was healthy. You know,
queen comes in. This is where my queen comes in. She's everybody up.
Paige
I agree.
dropped 40. She said, "Oh wait, I am the first option." Paige be playing like a pass first guard, bro.
Told her, you know what?
Keep shooting.
Back right now. She put up 40, bro. She's everybody up.
I agree. I think UConn's gonna win it all.
That's my queen.
If somehow, I'm saying somehow, guys, I'm not saying that they're gonna beat them.
Somebody saying USC gonna win. Boy, sit down.
Bugging.
He tripping,
Anyways.
bro. I completely forgot we still got the Elite Eight for women.
Yeah, USC.
I said it was Final
They
Four.
haven't finished it. They still
I
haven't
said it
set
was
up
Final Four. That's my fault. Yeah, we got UConn and USC.
Yeah, the final games are tonight for
TCU with Texas.
Yeah,
So South Carolina, UCLA in the Final Four. So I misspoke. I said it was the Final Four for women was UConn, USC, South Carolina, and UCLA. Completely misspoke.
It's South Carolina. They're
waiting for the opponent. They're still waiting.
And then you got UConn, USC, and TSU, Texas.
Yeah, but the games are tonight, so the winners are late tonight.
Haley Van Lith will win the March Madness tournament.
Hey, what did Samaji say?
That's what I'm saying, right?
Hey, no, what'd he say? What'd he say?
Is it Winter Soldiers coming back?
Dude, your narratives are not changing, bro.
I just want to see great
Nah,
basketball. I can't.
you can make an exception, bro. It's
I just-
Haley Van Lith, bro.
I just want to see great basketball, bro.
She's been doing great. Like if she does win the tournament, it'll be a great story for sure.
Yeah, I
Because-
just want to see the
This
story.
has nothing to do with race.
This is not.
This is about great basketball.
It's about great. I can't
underdog
respect great players
story.
no more. Y'all,
Yeah,
y'all making it into something. It's not. I can't
nothing
respect
wrong with that.
great players no more.
Nah,
Don't-
that's what you were doing that to me.
Don't
Say
make
I'm
me pull up
sensitive.
them Cameron Brink comments, Daniel. Don't make me pull up them Cameron
know.
Brink
Why
comments,
not?
buddy.
This was before I dated Taylor, guys. This is before I dated
Don't let
Taylor.
me. Hey, why you back? Why you backpedaling?
No, bro.
Why you
know what?
backpedaling?
No, yeah, I'm gonna stand my ground right now.
Yeah,
Look,
stand on
at
that
the
tape.
time- At the time,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
you couldn't blame me. You couldn't blame me.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you now. I'm just saying, like, you know,
I'm with the black league now. That's the point. But
here we go.
at the time,
Here we go. We get it, bro. We get it. Here we go, bro. Every 5 seconds, bro. Snow bunnies never, black queens. We get it, bro.
we need Dr. Umar at CSUN.
He might fry me. So Maju would love that. He might fry me though.
He might fry you. He might fry me too, bro.
No, he gonna fry Taylor. What's he talking about?
I know, that's why.
He gonna fry Taylor.
With the Mexican man. What?
I'ma stay on the women's basketball tip for a bit. Cause that has gotten us the most views on the channel. We just talked about Lauren Best. We talked about her being 6'7". And my point was a little weird, but basically what I was saying is you don't see a difference between Lauren Best and Brittany Griner in terms of what they brought in college and what they bring to the game now. You got Paige Beckers, you got Juju Watkins, you got Olivia Miles, Hannah Hidalgo, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Kiki Farin, you've got a lot of great young talent that's only going to elevate the game. People compared it to the NBA having their 80s moment, Reese and Clark are Bird and Magic respectively. It's kind of funny because, you know, racially it fits as well. I didn't even mean it like that. That's what I'm saying. It's their 80s moment. Juju Page, it's the 90s, you could say.
Oh, it for sure is. Cause like, what's that? What's the girl that just committed to Oklahoma?
Olivia Chavez, right?
Elijah Chavez.
Elijah Chavez, yeah. Nah, she
Like,
tough.
I feel like women's basketball is for sure getting better, and because of that, I feel like it's gonna lead on to WNBA getting more views.
TNT, please.
How do you guys like? I've never watched WNBA like that, but this upcoming season might be the first time I actually did.
No, last season was the first one I actually like tapped into.
Daniel's about to hop on just because of Cameron Brink now.
No, what?
Yeah. Nah.
If that was the case, I would have watched it more last year.
He was missing out.
No, she
What?
missed like most of the season
Or he didn't do
anyways.
shit, but Daniel, don't even worry about it. They're two rookies though, Cameron Brink and Ricky Johnson. Ricky Jackson.
Smart. Yeah, Rakia Jackson. Y'all
Yeah,
missing out, bro.
they're both nice, especially
Smart.
Ricky. I love Ricky, bro. She's
With
she's
Kelsey
active.
Plum.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Exactly, like
That's gonna
I
be
Oh,
good.
yeah,
just
she's
wish
there now.
they didn't give away their pick, so they had a chance to get Paige.
Yeah,
Like
but
that way, they actually have like a better future. But like
What do
Ricky
you
is
guys
so
think?
nice.
Brother, the Liberty are about to get Paige. That's the part that made me mad.
What are
Are they actually?
Yeah, I think they had that
think
pick.
so.
No, the
No, they
Wings.
don't.
The
That's
Wings
not
got
it.
the first pick.
Yeah. No.
Arika and Paige.
Yeah, we were just talking about this.
That's fire.
wait, what are you guys' teams?
She finally has help.
Arika and Paige.
I want
they
her to go to
finna be like
Seattle so
Kyrie.
bad.
Marcus, what do you guys? Wait, what are you guys' teams?
Oh, I go for the Liberty. Liberty and
What
Sparks.
What about you?
Aces.
Aces. What about you, Bryce?
Storm and wherever Haley Van Lith go.
Hey, man. Winter Soldier program been reactivated.
I've been to one WNBA. I went to a Sparks game. When I was like 10.
Go. That wasn't even I guess to wrap up the episode real quick, I'm just curious to get your thoughts. The league gonna progress in the WNBA. What's the next evolution of the type of player to come out of college that can change the game? Because remember, it was Jordan, and then it was Kobe, and then
Juju
it was
Watkins.
Braun.
No, it's Clayton. It's already been Clayton Clark, but I feel like after that it's gonna be Juju Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
But not just like the player, but like the
Yeah, I
role.
think like like a
The
pure
role-
scorer.
the
I
pos-
think like someone who can actually
Yeah.
like break records because their like points per game record is like 23.
I mean, yeah, exactly. It was Clayton
So,
Clark.
like,
but she
someone
was
who
competing for a rookie year.
I think the thing women's sports has kind of brought in general now this is as women's sports is the fundamentals. I feel like the fundamentals of the game have been so much more appreciated than because obviously with like men's they can dunk, they can like they're obviously a lot faster in like pace. But I think the thing is like when the like women slow the game down a little bit, and it's like peak cinema. I feel like fundamentals and just the way they play the game might make it more watchable because you have people who are like, oh, like the average person can do this. Like if women like can be able to like have so much fundamentals. In fact, people have learned like men have learned from women based on fundamentals. So I think like just like watching the game based off that is it's gonna be better.
Yeah, I think maybe a scorer that has some height to her because you have Jonquel Jones, but Jonquel Jones on the Liberty is like little sis. You're not Breonna Stewart. Go stand in the corner and shoot them threes, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Like she gets the opportunity to create, but I feel like a three-way scorer who does it's like AJ Wilson with a smoother dribble and a three-point shot. I feel like that's the next evolution of a player because the NBA after like Braun, it really started changing to how we looked at positions. Like Steph was like, "Oh, now the point guard can go for 30 a night," and we not looking like how many assists you got, buddy? Yo, chain fake. And then after that, it was all these point guards are 6'6" plus. Oh, okay. Then it's oh my gosh, centers can shoot threes. Like KD kind of ushered in the era of like positionless basketball. So now you got Wemby, you got Ricochet. I do want to shout out Ricochet real quick. Last like 20 games, averaging 15
Most
and a
30
half.
point games as a rookie. Well, this year.
Ricochet hooping, and he's doing it on limited dribbles as well. Taller Klay Thompson. Again, you see in the positionless basketball being played. Also, shout out to Alex Sarr as well. They understand it now. They just needed a little more time. I think that's going to be the next evolution in terms of a player. I think like that AJ Wilson, like heavy post game, but also has a bag that can take her to the perimeter, take her to the 3-point line very easily. I think once you see, I think Wemby's sister 6'6" and she playing basketball. There's a lot of prospects out of France right now for women's basketball. Once you see that ushered into the game more with their higher level of athleticism as well, I think that's when, on top of everything we're already seeing with like Paige, Juju, Kiki, Hannah, HVL, etc., Nisa Morrow, Flau'jae Johnson, you're going to see like, oh, okay, now it's like, it's really just like because women, it's like women's MMA. It's like some people used to complain about the skill set being a little low or the talent level, but you have to remember this like NBA has like 30 to 40 years on the inception of the WNBA. So just like the NBA up until the 80s was kind of like it's cool, but we're doing this against plumbers. The WNBA was like, it's cool. Like, you got Cynthia Cooper and all that, but people maybe didn't feel as encapsulated or entranced by the level of talent they were seeing on screen. Now we're seeing, they were hoopers the whole time. Now they've got the athleticism. Now they got, differing bags and, the positions are changing a little bit. So I think it's just, like in 20 years, WNBA probably not on a similar level to NBA. I can't even say it may not be. Maybe not the exact same level viewership wise, but they're going to get millions of views every game. Give it like another 20 years. It's going to be up there. As always, though, if you enjoyed the episode, make sure to follow us on Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube, like, comment, share. We covered a lot today. We got NBA talks in. We got MVP talks. We got Pistons talks. We got March Madness recap and women's basketball, the future of that. Lakers being a defensive masterpiece by what Daniel was saying. Look at Jackson Hayes. Look at Jackson. What is it? The Hayes? Like, bro, let's be serious. I gave y'all props and you thought I was slandering and then you was getting mad at me. Just
outro, bro. Just do the outro.
I'm just keeping score. I'm just keeping
No,
score.
right. No.
But again, as always, if you enjoyed the content, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Next week, it'll probably be all 5 of us. Heavy on the probably. But we got Marcus back, and that makes me happy. We ain't seen you since episode 6, boy. It's been a minute. He's been out the way. Oh yeah, Daniel picked Florida to win March Madness. Yo, chain fake, Duke giving that belt out, and we picked UConn to win women's March Madness. And if not, I'm going with Van Leaf for the narrative purposes, and that's it. No Winter Soldier involved, no none of that. Again, as always, if you enjoyed the videos, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow us on the Spotify. Like our Instagram, like our TikToks. We all us combined got like 800 followers, but we only got 54 followers on the pod. Yo, chain fake. No. Yo, chain fake. But again, as always, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Shout out to you rocking with BoxInOne. We will see you all in the next one.